Hey YouTube, this is Project Westco Magic here. I'm here to open a Born of the Gods booster box. So I already have it ripped open up here. Let's get to cracking. Not making a Kiora joke or anything. So, we open a booster box. You get... I think it's the damn thing. So, you get this little thing right here. It just says blah blah blah. Gives a shit. So, let's go to the packs. We get 36 booster packs here. All Born of the Gods. Just released yesterday. So, well, technically, yesterday. Yeah, so we have bam, bam, and bam. We're gonna open 9 for this part. Alrighty, so which one should we open? Alright, the right one sounds good. Little miss. Sorry about the camera. Using my iPad and it's kind of hard to keep it up. I don't know why it just keeps doing that. A little annoying. Alright, I got it. Alright, first pack. Hope I'm getting some. I just need the Phoenix God. I will skip to the uncommons and read you them. Don't mind my pronunciation on some of them. So first uncommon we have. Let me wait till it focuses. Well, it's a Gorgon's Head. Equipped a creature has Death Touch and an equipped plus for 2. Siren of the Fanged Coast. It has a tribute of 3. It's a flyer. And when Siren of the Fanged Coast enters this battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, gain control of target creature. And then Vortex Element. For 1 blue, it's a creature, elemental. For 1 blue, put Vortex Elemental in each creature blocking or blocked by it on top of their owner's libraries. Then those players shuffle their libraries. And then for 5, you have target creature blocks Vortex Elemental each turn available. And then for our rare, we have Satyr Fire Dancer. And whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control deals damage to an opponent, Satyr Fire Dancer deals that much damage to target creature that player controls. And we have a foil, Raised by the Wolves, which is pretty sweet. When Raised by the Wolves enters the battlefield, put 2 green wolf creature tokens on the battlefield. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each wolf you control. So it's pretty sweet. Alrighty, 4-pack 2. Alright, for first uncommon, we have Kiora's Follower. Tap it to untap another target permanent. We have Noble Quarry. Its bestow cost for 5 generic and 1 green. All creatures able to block Noble Quarry or enchanted creature do so, and it gets +1/+1. And then for our last uncommon, we have Acculate's Reward for 2. Prevent the next X damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn, where X is your devotion to white. If damage is prevented with this way, Acculate's Reward deals that much damage to target creature or player. So that's pretty sweet. And for our rare, we have Hero of Lena Tower. It's heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of Lena Tower, you may pay X. If you do, put X +1/+1 counters on Hero of Leona. That's a pretty sweet rare. And we have a foil Deepwater Hypnotist, which is pretty sweet. We opened 2 foils. Yeah, we have a fucking Kraken. Pretty sweet. Hopefully it goes with my Kiora that I'm destined to get out of here. Or a Brimaz, which would be sweet. So for pack 3, I'm just kind of going over the cards right now because they're a little bit newer to me, and I'm pretty sure they're newer to most of everyone here, unless you draft a lot or you look at all of the new cards when they come out. So we have for our first uncommon, Forlorn. I can't even pronounce that last name. It's a creature, a zombie, a 2/1 for 4. It's Intimidate and it's inspired. Whenever Forlorn blah 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 becomes untapped, you may pay 3. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie enchantment creature token on the battlefield. That's pretty sweet. Next one, Aculus Reward. You know that one. Bile of Blight. Target creature and all other creatures with the same name get -3/-3 until end of turn for 2 mana, which is pretty legit. Then we have a rare Silent Sentinel. Flying, whenever Silent Sentinel attacks, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And we have a foil Kiora, Crashing of Waves. Oh, isn't that sweet? My first foil Planeswalker I've pulled, and that just looks so amazing. That is so sweet. Those of you who don't know, it's a 4-drop for a Planeswalker Kiora, and its +1 ability is until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent an opponent controls. And for its -1 is draw a card. You may play an additional land this turn. And its -5 is you get an emblem with at the beginning of your upkeep, or your end step. Put a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token on the battlefield. Isn't that sweet? I called it too. Alrighty. Next pack. That was pretty cool. I also ordered this box, or I bought this box from Chimera's. My friend went to go pick it up for me, so thank you, Chimera, in Wisconsin, because obviously Project Wisconsin Magic, Wesco, whatever. So our first uncommon is Oracle's Insight. Enchanted creature has tapped to scry 1, then draw a card. So that's pretty good card for especially sealed or limited. For our next one, we have Unrather the Aether. It's choose target artifact or enchantment. Its owner reshuffles it into his or her library. And for our last uncommon, we have Nessian Demlock. Tribute for 3, and when Nessian Demlock enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, destroy target non-creature permanent. And for our rare, we have Fated Intervention. Put 2 3/3 Green Centaur enchantment creature tokens on the battlefield. If it's your turn, scry 2. So that's a pretty big deal. It's an instant, so it's pretty good, but it's a buttload to play. As you see, it's 5 to play, but still pretty good card. Alrighty. I don't know how I'm going to top that foil Kiora, but we'll see. Next pack. Oh, it's disconnected from Xbox Live. Okay, so our first uncommon. A Satyr Nyx Smith. It has haste and inspired. Whenever Saturday Smith becomes untapped, you may pay 3. If you do, put a 3/1 red elemental enchantment creature token with haste on the battlefield. We have another Unravel the Aether. We have Searing Blood. Searing Blood deals 2 damage to target creature. When that creature dies this turn, Searing Blood deals 3 damage to the creature's controller. It's a pretty good card. And we have a Spirit of the Labyrinth. It's a 2-drop for a 3/1. Each player can't draw more than 1 card each turn. Pretty sick card. And we have a sweet Centaur enchantment creature token. Pretty cool. I always like the artwork. Alrighty, next pack. So, pretty good pull so far, I'd say. Pretty good box. Okay. Alrighty. So we have Shriek Harpy. It has flying. It's a 5-drop for a 2/2, but it has tribute of 2. When Shriek Harpy enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, target opponent sacrifices a creature. So it's kind of annoying. Archetype of Aggression. Creatures you control have trample. Creatures your opponents control lose trample and can't have or gain trample. So that's kind of an annoying card for 3 mana, and yeah, very annoying. And then for our uncommon, you draw our Sanguimancy. You draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is your devotion to black. Alrighty, and our rare is Oracle of Bones. It has haste, a tribute of 2. When Oracle of Bones enters the battlefield, the tribute wasn't paid. You may cast an instant or sorcery card from your hand without paying its mana cost. So it has haste as well. So that's a pretty sweet card. Alright. Next pack. Alrighty. We have Ornitharch. Flying, a tribute for 2. When Ornitharch enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, put 2 plus or 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. Pretty cool card. Oracle's Insight. Vortex Elemental. And for our rare, we have Fate Unraveler. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. So, pretty cool card. I'm not sure it's going to see any standard play, but or EDH. But, yeah, well, that'll be a pretty cool thing to see in a couple, I don't know, legacy decks maybe. Alrighty, for our first uncommon, we have a Kiyora's Follower. We have a Fanatic of Xenagos. It's a 3-drop, 1 green, 1 red, and 1 generic. Trampler for tribute 1. Whenever Fanatic Amogus enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, it gets +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. So that's pretty annoying. And then for our other uncommon, we have Noble Quarry. And for our rare, we have Wemling Wave. Come on. So return all creatures to their owner's hands except for krakens, leviathans, octopuses, and serpents. So it's a pretty decent card, I suppose. Well, the last 4 packs of this part of the box. Okay, for our first uncommon, we have Kraken of the Straits. Creatures with power less than the number of islands you control can't block Kraken of the Straits. Pretty cool. Searing Blood, Fanatic of Xenagos, and a crappy, poopy Astral Cornucopia. Astral Cornucopia enters the battlefield with X charge counters on it. choose a color, add 1 mana of any of that color to your mana pool for each charge counter on Astral Cornucopia. Stupid. And a blue enchantment creature bird token. Shit rare. Pretty much just rip that up because it is poopy. And 3 packs left. Thunder Brute. It's trample. It's a 6-drop. Tribute for 3. Whenever Thunder Brute enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, it gains haste until end of turn. Archetype of Courage. Creatures you control have first strike. Creatures your opponents control lose first strike and can't gain first strike. Okay, I get it. And then we have Eternity Snare. It's a 6-drop. When Eternity Snare enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature does not untap during its controller's untap step. Okay, and another poopy rare. Whims of the Fates. Starting with you, each player separates all permanents he or she controls into 3 piles. For each player chooses one of his or her piles at random and sacrifices those permanents. So it's a pretty poopy card. Poopy rare. Alrighty. 2 packs left. Okay, so we have Kraken of the Straits, Eternity Snare, Mischief of Mayhem. Up to 2 target creatures each get +4/+4 until end of turn. And then Fellhide Spirit Binder. It's a 4-drop for a 3/4, and it's inspired. Whenever Fellhide Spirit Binder becomes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, put a token on the battlefield that's a copy of target creature, except if it's an enchantment. In addition to its other types, it gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. We have a Foil Eye Gouge, which is pretty legit. Look at the eye right there. So, our last pack. Let's hope for a Bremas. Hopefully, whatever the blue and black god or the white blue god, I'll take either one. Alright, so for our first uncommon, we have Reap What Is Sown. Is put a +1/+1 counter on it for each up to 3 target creatures. We have a Grave Robber Spider. It's reach. Grave Robber Spider gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Activates ability once a turn for 1 black and 3 generic. We have Flitterstep Eidolon. It's a 2-drop for a 1/1. Unblockable, and its bestow cost for 6, 5 generic, 1 blue. And for our rare, we have Herald of Torment. This is an interesting card. Herald of Torment is a 3-drop, 2 black, 1 generic. It's bestow for 2 black, 3 generic. It has flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and it has flying. So, pretty good card. And we get a guild. I wanted to get one of these, a gold token. We got one of these, so that's pretty legit. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the box.